Hello everyone, how are you guys? How are you doing? Welcome to another live stream of CodeTap. I'm your host Marian, and today we'll be working on the structure of the About Me section in our resume, in our online resume. Before that, let me quickly remind the other ones that are just watching this that all the movies of CodeTap, all the ones on Facebook and all the ones on YouTube are free, and they're organized CodeTap/playlists. So if you go on youtube.com/CodeTap/playlists, all those movies are organized into playlists, so they're easier for you to consume. Okay, so for example, our online resume can be found in this playlist, and if you go through all those movies and follow the step-by-step tutorials, you'll get to the point where we are today, where we want to create the About Me section. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. I'm good, Razan, thank you for asking. So tonight we want to, this by the way is the online version, it's my resume on bit.uk. So tonight we want to start working on this section over here, the About Me one. So with our project opened, I'll do npm start. And this is our local one, it doesn't have anything more than the landing page. So let's create the pag and sass files for this one. Into component, let's right click and create new folder, About Me. And this About Me folder, in this one, let's create a new file, about me.pag. And let's create another one, about me.scss. Okay, so in this about me.pag, let's do a div with an ID of about me, and let's put some content in. Hi. Okay, so if we save this one, there's still nothing going on over here. That's because this about me pag file, which sits in about me folder in components and so on, is not loaded into index.pag. So over here we want to say include component /about me/about me, and we could say .pag, but that's not necessary, as our project will know about this. Now if we scroll a bit down, we can see that we have our hi there. So now let's go into the sass and style the about me element, and let's say color red. So if we save it, again we see that nothing has changed, the text is still in black. That's because we need to import, the same way we did for pag, we need to import the sass file in here. So we say import component /about me/about me. Let's save it. And now this one became red. And if we also say font size 5 rem, we should see it a bit bigger and in red. So now we know that the pag and the sass files are working. So for a moment, let me remove this. Okay, no more styling. And in the about me pag, I'll also remove this comment. Okay, and I'll create a about me class. So this will generate a div with an ID of about me, and this with a class of about me. If we right click and choose the inspector, and let's make this a bit bigger, we can see that we have a div with an ID of about me. Let me bump the font a bit more so you can easily see it. So we have a div with an ID of about me, which is generated by this one, and a div with a class of about me generated by this one. This is the ID, and this is the class. Okay, so this is the class and this is the ID. Okay, so in this about me pag file, we want to organize a bit our code, and we want to separate the data from the view. So let's say data comes here and the view comes here. So basically what the view will do, it will have a template, a pag template, and it will consume the data that's above it and generate the HTML that we need. Let me check the... Okay, so I'll just check in the chat to see if anything is out of the place. So let's go into our agenda to do, and let's see. Now we've created the pag and SAS files. It's Ctrl D or Alt D. Yeah, Alt D markers done, and we also made them work in the project. And now we want to prepare the CV files and images for avatar. Okay, so let's see what's this about. So if you scroll a bit down, this link goes to a GitHub project, and those two links will enable you to download two versions of the CV. So let's prepare the image, this image or your image, and those two files over here. So right now, if we look into our temporary folder, we can see that in asset we only have some fonts. That's it. So we want to go and grab some images, one image actually. So let's grab this image and go into our project, source asset, and create a new folder here, image, and paste it in. Okay, and then also grab the two document files, go into asset, let's create a new folder, create name doc, and paste those ones in. And now in here in the command line, in this area, we want to hit Ctrl C, and yes, I want to terminate the batch job, and then up arrow 1 or 2 times until you see npm start and hit enter. So basically we've restarted our let me move this one over here. Yeah, so basically over here, let me do it again because I'm pretty sure you haven't seen it. So I hit Ctrl C, yes, and up arrow a few times until I see npm start, and then press enter to run it. Okay, now if we look into our temporary folder, we can see that the two document files have been copied, and also in the image there is an image out there. Okay, so those images are now in the project and they get copied into the temporary folder. Okay, now let's test this into our local. Let's do in about pag. Let's do an about me image avatar actually, and let's do a wrapper, avatar wrapper. This would be a div that will contain inside it the image. So let's do img about me with the class of about me avatar, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset, and let's do avatar, avatar, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset, and its source src would be equal to, okay, so it's asset let's look into the TMP. It's asset, image, and Marian's Burle avatar JPEG. Asset / image / avatar / image / Marian's Burle avatar asset. .jpeg. So now you can see that this image is present here, and if we inspect this one, we can see that an img tag with the class of about me avatar has been generated, and the source is asset, image, and the image that we've used earlier. So now let's get back to our file. But before we continue, let me tell you a bit more about my killer resume. It's my free killer resume. So you can find it at free-killer-resume.codetap.io. So basically, you can download it from this, just fill in this simple form over here. And you also can read the story of how I started with VCV, and when I was in a dark place and nobody was calling me, and I did some research and I evolved VCV into one that gets like 20, 40, 50 calls a day. So if you want to improve your chances to get your dream job or your client, I suggest you could start with VCV. Just download it and update it with your content, and it's your first step towards a better future. With that said, let's get back to our project. Okay, so now we have our image loaded. Let's also create some variables inside in this data. So in order to start in Pug, let me do a quick config, because I don't like not seeing the white spaces. So white, copy, comma, paste. We don't need that really, comma, and to be all. Okay, so once we save this, now I see those white spaces over here. And let's do, okay, so over here, we want to start with a hyphen, and after this, we can say var my, let's grab it from over here, those ones. Okay, the header would be about me. The image path would be this one. Okay, my full name would be Marian Zburla, and my title would be Unicorn Trainer, as I train unicorns. Okay, so right now we want to put this image path in here, so let's do ticks and then dollar. Actually, you can just put it directly like that. Should be fine. Yeah, it is. Okay, so now let's see. Have a header. Let's do about me header equals to this variable. So now I have this about me here, and then we have my full name and my title. Rajiv. Hey there. Okay, so full name and title. Let's also do about me full name and about me full title. And if we save it and look inside the HTML, we can see that there's an about me, an empty div with that class, and another empty div with that class. So we can put the full name in here, and now we have a full name, and we can also put my title, and we have that there. Okay, we like this auto refresh and generation on the fly. It's quite awesome. Now let's do the slogan. Okay, so this would be a new slogan. Okay, I make the front-end world a better place every day. This is my new slogan. And we'll do that about me slogan. And it will be equal to the new slogan. No, not that. The variable name. So this one is this one over here. Okay. I make the front end world a better place every day appeared. So that means it works. Okay. Let's also do some objects. So okay, var achievements. And to do an object in JavaScript, you open the curly braces and you basically create properties, keys, and values for this object. So let's do a title, and this would be the value. And let's do a content, and this would be the value. Okay, so in order to put this achievement, let me quickly check the chat. Great tips and content. Thank you, thank you. And the like goes on. Okay, achievement, content, and title. Let's do this one. About me title equals, and if we want to access the property of an object, this is an object and it's assigned to the achievement variable, and this is a property of that object, its title, and this content is another property. So let's make this T and this C so it's easier to see it. We can say achievement, and we follow it by a dot and then the property name. So achievement.title, and no errors, and we got that T over here for title. Let's put a nicer title. Okay, and a nicer content. You can put anything you want in here. This would be your content. Okay, so at the moment we only have the title that appeared, so let's do another div with the class of about me content, and its value would be achievement dot content. Okay, so now we should see some more content in here. Again, guys, we are just building the structure of the About Me section today. In our next live, we'll start using the Sass to style it, and everything will fall in place. At the moment, I'm trying to teach you, I want to teach you how to easily and efficiently build your projects so you don't get confused or you don't get tired about it. So quickly and efficiently. Okay. Our next step is to do the cool stuff. Cool stuff, this section over here. Okay. That part of the About Me section. So let's create another object named cool stuff. Var cool stuff equals object, and here we want a title, and then we want a button list variable, and this will contain a collection of objects. So instead of containing an object with one property and another property, Just a second. Yeah, so instead of containing just one object, we want to it to have multiple objects inside it. So we wrap this object in square parentheses, and let's just build it now. So over here we want this object to have, well, an icon, right? We have an icon here. One, it's a GitHub icon, and the other two are like a Word icon. Then we want to have a label and a link. This one goes to github.com, and the other two link to the documents we've just saved in the asset. So let's see, we have an URL property, then we have an icon and a label or text. It's one and the same. So let me pre-populate this one. Okay, so the URL to my GitHub account is github.com/mariansburlea/myresume. This is where you can find this project. The icon is a GitHub icon, and the label would be click to visit the GitHub project source. Okay, so now if you want to generate this button over here, it's a span, it's an A-link, and inside it has a span. Okay, so we generate an anchor tag, and then inside the span and another one. So one span with the description, the label, and the other one with the link. Okay, so we can do here a loop of this cool stuff. So you can say each cool item in cool stuff, and then we create an anchor tag with the source or href equals to, it's actually, we are looping into cool stuff button list, so it's in cool stuff done button list. Okay, so each button in cool stuff button list, and then this is URL. href is button.url, and this would be equal to button.label or text label. So this label is this label over here, and this URL is this URL over here, and this button is each of the objects that will be present in this button list. Let's save it. Okay, so now we can inspect this and see that we have an anchor tag with a label inside it, and we still need to generate that icon and separate those into. So this button label, let's make it like that: span equals button label, and another span equals the icon, button.icon. Okay, so you can see that the icon is GitHub, but actually we want this span to have the icon in the class name. So that would be this my CV icon or resume icon. Just a second. Let's look at those icons. Okay, my CV icon. So that's solid. Okay, so let's go for this one. Class equals this, and then inside we want to do a dollar and curly braces and put this button icon variable inside this. Okay, so now almost everything is ready. Almost. Yeah, Let's finish adding two more elements over here. Just copy paste them. Okay, and we don't have a text, we have a label. And we have an error on line 42. Must be about this paste. It didn't like this paste. Okay, so let's arrange this. Yeah. Is it better now? No, I meant to. Okay. Now it should be better. Come on. Just a few 29 to 21. A few tabs and it should be fine now. Is it fine or not? We don't have this text, so it's labeled. And now I have all three of them. So basically that is it for the moment. We've created this structure which will turn into this one in our next live session. Let me switch the camera. Okay. Let's see if there are any questions. This is the Q&A questions and answers moment. So if you have any questions related to this or any other thing related to web design, let me know and I hope I'll answer them. Hey guys. Now there is a delay. Not sure how big that delay is. I may quickly check on it. Any questions, guys? Okay, Rajiv, so if you go on CodeTap IO on GitHub, so github.com/CodeTap.io, so this is the link, github.com/CodeTap.io. You can find the MyCV and MyCV Final, both projects, open sourced, so you can study them. MyCV Final is the final version which are aiming to get to, and MyCV it's the work in progress to get to the MyCV Final version. So it's a step-by-step explained process. At the same time, the Word version, the one that I copied earlier into here. Okay, let's see. Asset, doc, those ones, those Word versions. You can download the template for this one free-killer-resume.codetap.io. So that's free-killer-resume.codetap.io. If you don't get the links right, just drop a comment and I'll aim to answer you and paste your link. You're welcome, Rajiv. Okay. Hey, Janina. Let's see. Well, I think I'll be wrapping this up if there are no more questions. And well, I'll see you tomorrow night when we'll be styling this. And so, well, happy coding and create something awesome.